up everyone and welcome back to Valvetronic Designs. Now behind me is quite possibly the world's most wild sounding 992 GT3 or GT3RS. The reason why is a couple pieces that we're super excited at Valvetronic Designs to show you the development and why this F1 race package with the RSR experience truly transforms one's experience of their 992 GT3. The setup behind me is wild. It's got a set of free flow unrestricted equal length headers that are a factory style connection, so they can use the OEM V-bands. Whether you want to use these headers and combine it to a factory rear section, you can. But if you want the most wild RSR experience, this is how it works. You've got the free flow configurations that go into the cones. The cones then come back down to 3-inch sections along the side and into the center where the piping merges into one single 3.5-inch section that bends all the way around to increase the velocity as much as possible, then gets fired out of your exhaust tips. This setup is the most RSR high pitch experience out there. Experimenting at Valvetronic Designs with that large single section really increases the length of the exhaust system and also massively increases the pitch. System is titanium just because it interacts with the pulses of this engine so well to give you the most exotic sound. We're so excited at Valvetronic Designs to be able to showcase what we believe is the ultimate engineered exhaust system for the platform. Let's take a look at some other systems that are out there. There's R1, GT3RS, there's GMG, there's Acropovic, there's tons of amazing systems out there. But the Valvetronic Design system, whether it's combined with headers or without, truly brings out that F1 sound because of the 3 inches merging together into that single 3.5, which acts like a really large scavenging tube. And when the exhaust gets fired out, it just sounds insane. This setup does not have any valves, and actually the setup is still quite usable. When you're at lower RPMs, it's not too wild or bassy in the car, but up high, this thing rips. We're gonna show you exactly how good this thing sounds. Startup, revs, flybys, launch control, hard accelerations. We're gonna put a GoPro on the rear bumper, and of course, we're gonna put you guys inside in the passenger seat to know exactly what your GT3 or RS is gonna sound like with the Valvetronic Designs F1 race package. I'm stoked. Let's get to it, guys. most wild sounding 992 GT3 out there. But the good thing about this setup, again, full race, free flow setup, just the most amped configuration. But 45 miles an hour, under 2,000 RPM, it's not quiet, but you can still use the car, you can still drive around, and it's not crazy overbearing. But this thing is just nuts. The smoothness in the sound, listen, at around 4,000, listen to the cam change. It's such a wild RSR experience because throughout the entire RPM range, the car revs to 9,000, but you'll hear on the flybys, it sounds like it's revving to like 10,000. With the velocity section, that large center 3.5, where all the velocities, where the two sides are put together into that single, you get a huge increase in velocity. Listen. Like that's 4,500 RPM, and it's this engaging. Now, the reason this setup is so special is because you could drive this car around at low speed, and it's so dramatic, it's so exciting, but it doesn't make the car unusable, which I find, no offense to some other systems out there, there are some other systems I've heard with no valves and they're fucking undrivable. But this, it's loud, but you don't get any like unwanted basses. You just get great sound. In the track mode, listen. This is just nuts. It's so wild. Just a wild configuration. Give this car a little bit of space here, but listen to how exotic this sound is. Ambulance. Listen. Now we've been fortunate about Valtronic. Myself personally, I've been in tons of GT3s, tons of RSs as well, and there's something about this setup which is just so engaging. Oh, this guy wants us to go around. Sound is so pure, it's wild. right, folks, that is the 992 GT3 full RSR F1 package. Thank you guys so much for watching and enjoying the video. If you have a GT3 and you want to get set up, please reach out to us at info@valvetronic.com on our website. Or if you think that this video is the best sounding GT3 out there, we'd love for you guys to share it to your friends and showcase that Valvetronic is truly changing the way we interact with our favorite sports cars. Until the next video, we'll catch you then. Thanks, guys.